Well, hello everyone. Welcome back to What If the World Turns Back on Deku.
Sorry this hasn't came out. I was originally supposed to bring this like a week ago, make this like a week ago, a couple days ago, but due to some things happening, I had to, you would say, not make the video due to me being busy with others. So yeah. And also, what if Deku had a will that can pass death? Will be coming out after this one. Since those are the only what ifs I need to end, and after that I will go on my recent what ifs. Like the Bendy, the Ink, the Super Saiyan God, and all the other videos I had.
So, where we left off is that we were at training, I believe. Heroes versus villains. Now, we go back to present time. Present time. As the portal opens up. And what would happen is that villains will come out. As that is when Kirishima will say, are those fake villains? And practically, as canon, everyone will try to run for the door, but the door shuts. And unlike canon, Deku didn't tell Ida to run to get help, so help wouldn't be coming. It would be coming much later. So this is what that feeling was. I see. Do not worry. It will slowly come to me. I will let Aizawa handle it. And if he cannot handle them all, then I will jump in.
As you know, he waits, but as also canon, Deku will be teleported. And due to him not having one for all, he wouldn't be able to do that whirlpool thing. But he will be able to fight underwater due to Ra's al Ghul. Ra's al Ghul has seen over the years, because let's say Ra's al Ghul is a lot more older. So Ra's al Ghul will have Deku train under rough environments, water, coldness, freezing cold waters, fireplaces, all types of other stuff in his training ground. So yes, practically like natural disasters is practically his thing. Not as good as people with like super good water quirks like Asui, but he's at least able to stand against them on a one-on-one, at least for a good 30 or 30 minutes. Yeah, for a good 30 minutes, and anything after a good 30 minutes, you'll start losing. Because I mean, he's a pretty flippin' big dude, so yeah. As you know, he has his hero suit on. And I'll say, since let's say Sue was a bit farther away, so, yes, that does mean the shark would get him, but instead of killing Deku would just, put his arms in, like a Pac-Man formation and just hold the alligators, I mean, not alligator, I believe it was shark quirk. So yeah, he will hold the mouth, and what would he do is he will turn his hands so he will break the shark dude's jaw. Yeah, breaking it. Making sure, he can't do anything. So, he's willing in pain, giving Deku enough time to swim up. So, yes, he would swim up. As you know, he's trying to think.
Okay, let me think. Oh, sure. I will try to drive the boat. To shore. You jump to the boat. You jump off to shore. I will throw you as far as I can, Ashui. And then you use your jumping capabilities to make it onto shore, grabbing Mineta. Now grab Mineta, and I will meet you there.
Yeah, but how about the villains, though?
Well, sure, that will be no problem. Land, I am superior. Water, they are. Maybe, depending on how strong they are.
As you know, Asui just looks at Deku. You are a built tank, girl.
Well, I guess you could say that. I guess I was trained to handle tanks, so yes. In a sort of sense, you can see me as a super soldier, almost. But besides that, let's see, well, I'm gonna have to throw you now.
Get what? Get what?
Sorry, Asui, hopefully you can forgive me.
As you know, he grabs Mineta and, you know, he puts some sticky balls on her back and, you know, attaches Mineta to the sticky balls and, you know, yeets Asui like a flippin' football. That's all you hear. Like, if you ever seen that stop sign meme where the stop sign just continues on and then, you know, hits the person in the face. That's practically them to land, practically. So, you know, they made it to land. As you know, then everyone just here, you know, the water villains come up one by one. They are getting clapped by Bane, practically.
Here. I got a punch for you. I got a punch for you. I got a punch for everyone.
As you know, he, one by one, he does knock out everyone after a couple minutes. Or, you know, I guess a couple seconds, because I say, like, right after he threw them, the villains, you know, pop up. So, you know, there's a couple seconds, you know, he gave all of them a quick 1-2, because, you know, he does know how to knock people out quickly. So, you know, Batman style, in, like, under 30 seconds. So, you know, everyone knocked out. And, you know, let's say Shigaraki was about to touch Asui, but, you know, out of nowhere, everyone just hears, ha, ha. As you know, Deku's driving the boat right into land, almost, you know, crushing Asui and, you know, Shigaraki. So, you know, Shigaraki's teleported by Kurogiri, and Asui jumps away with Mineta. So, you know, now there's just a giant boat. There's a giant boat on land now. Land ho!
Oh, land ho, I see. Told you I found a way to land.
As you know, Sue just she just accepts the fact that this man can practically just. Is there anything you're not good at?
Define good at. I'm very prepared, mostly. My body's prepared for many things.
So, you know, he jumps off the boat with a big bam because of his weight. And, you know, let's say the Nomu, right? He sees the Nomu beating on Aizawa. Yeah. Was it Vlad? Did I make the teacher or Vlad? Or is it? No, I think I met Aizawa. So, yeah. He's practically beating Aizawa up as Deku's like,
hold up. Now I'm ready. Stretches are ready. Let's go.
As you know, he starts jumping.
Okay, let's go. Let's go, big guy. Come on, bring it on.
As you know, the Nomu tells, Shigaraki tells the Nomu to, you know, attack Deku or kill Deku. No, I guess that'd be the time when he's being teleported by Kurogiri, so no. I'll say he goes up to the Nomu, tackling it down to the floor. As you know, there's just a rhino of noise. Boom, boom, boom. As you know, Nomu looks around, and then, right as Deku's in the Nomu's face, gets tackled down. Boosh! As you know, they're practically, you know, as they're, you know, rolling, they're also fighting, so, you know. What douche, douche. As you know, hits are blown, like, hits are being taken, so, yeah. Deku gets some good hits, the Nomu gets some good hits.
Well, you're very strong. One of the strongest things I ever fought, indeed.
That's when Shigaraki was like, the Nomu got shock absorption, regeneration, hyper regeneration, all this other stuff the Nomu has, so yeah. And then Deku catch on the Nomu. As in the Nomu, not a person. The Nomu.
I see. From those words, this means this thing isn't human. You made a great mistake not making this human.
As you know, Shikaraku's like, what you mean? What you mean? As you know, Deku cracks his back one last time.
Now I can actually go full force, since I know this isn't human.
As you know, veins start popping out. As you know, adrenaline. Because I'll say he's he's able to give himself adrenaline rush by doing certain thinking. Like he can activate his adrenaline, kind of like an on switch, giving him more strength, I guess. So
now, round 2, Nomu.
As you know, he charges, and the Nomu charges as there's a clash, making shock waves. And unlike All Might's fight, there's just, clashing. And, Deku's getting a little tired, so he's like,
this isn't good. I was having enough fun, but sadly, I'm gonna have to kill you.
Has hyper regeneration, you can't kill the Nomu.
I'm sure about that.
As you know, Deku vanishes using his after images technique from the MCU. When he has this ability due to Batman also having this ability in the MCU, Dark Knight, and the Dark Knight. When he's being trained by Ra's al Ghul, there's ninjas all over the room, and Batman is tested on which one he knows is who. So yeah, So I'm pretty sure Bane has that. So he just vanishes and goes behind the Nomu. As he puts him in a headlock, and then he, as strong as he can go, as there is some pressure on the Nomu's neck, but with just her, come on, there we go. As he finally gets that good grip, and
now fatality.
As yes, I had Mortal Kombat reference. So he uses his one arm, or technically both arms, and just snaps the Nomu's neck. But while he snaps the Nomu's neck, he yanks out the head while the spinal cord is still attached. So he's like, as the Nomu goes on the floor, and right as it's about to regenerate its body back, Deku was like, crush. As he crushes the Nomu's skull, crushing the brain completely. Can't heal from that now, can you? As after he finished crushing the brain, he steps on the brain, making sure it can't come back. And Shigaraki terrified, he terrified, cheating, he's cheating, as Let's say, due to Deku knowing something was gonna happen, or more an allies of Deku, Ra's al Ghul figured that something was gonna happen, because he also had a bad feeling about this, he made some calls, I am here! As the heroes arrive. And yeah. So what would happen is that, as in canon, Shigaraki will get lit up like a firework, being shot by Snipe by his knees, his flipping. He just got. If you've seen the scene, this man got lit up, my guy, by Snipe. Snipe was not playing. he got lit up, my guy. Like, he was he was about to become SpongeBob for a quick second if Kitagiri didn't portal him out of there. So, Kitagiri portals him out of here as, Shigaraki got, got lit up like like SpongeBob. So, yeah. As everyone sees this thing, thinking it's human, and thinking that Deku just killed someone. So Aizawa would have been he would have been, I guess, a little bit more injured than kind of like at least a good 2 more hits. Cause I'll say let's say the controls from where they were on the boat wasn't that far. Let's say they're right in front of the controls. It's just that none of them knew how to operate a boat. So Deku, let's say it was also in front of the boat. So the front part of the boat was facing towards shore. So that's why he got there when he did. So instead of Sue turning into decay, Shigaraki would have decayed part of the boat instead of Sui's face. So yeah. Anyways, back to present timeline. Yeah, so the heroes will see this. It's like, he killed a person. Now we gotta bring him in. So people bring in. They try to bring in Deku, but Deku was like, let's say some of the things are lagging, like in the system of the weather. So we get this scene again. If you dare, face me. No one can defeat me. Face me, if you will. That's gonna be like every time he gets serious, he's gonna have that. He's gonna have that happen to him. Face me, if you will, but you will lose. As Snipe takes aim, and that's when who would get? Because who friends? I believe I don't think I gave him friends yet. Ooh, that's tough. Cause I don't think I gave him Deku friends. Did I? I don't think so. Huh. I guess technically Sue? I guess Sue would see it. But besides Sue, I guess, since, people are still trapped. And let's say they're... I feel like everyone just got back and, they just see, Deku in front of the dead Nomu's body thinking it's human. So, yeah. As All Might comes up to Deku. You didn't have to kill it. It wasn't human anymore. I saw its eyes. The human that was once it was no more. There was no reversing it. I saw the genetics. What they did to that person is irreversible. You couldn't even get their mental. You couldn't even get their mind back. I'm pretty sure it's... And plus, pretty sure you weren't able to get it back to its senses. Even so, it was created to defeat you, All Might. And in that case, that means that I'm either on par with you or stronger than you. As All Might takes this as, a challenge accepted. As All Might and Deku about to throw them hands, bro. What All Might said is practically, well, I'm gonna have to take you in, young Midoriya. Wait, would it be Midoriya or Bane? No, I'm pretty sure they would call Bane because I don't think no one knows his name yet. So I'm gonna have to take you in, young Bane. Then, as he practically said, "Come catch these hands." So yeah. As this isn't Bane's full extent. Even like with yes, he did have to use the adrenaline, but that's not his full power. His full power is when he's in Berserk. When you have the adrenaline, he's he's actually serious, and when somebody messes with the mask underneath this mask, as you've seen in the movie, when Batman took off part of I guess broke a little bit of Bane's mask. This man got in rage mode and started breaking concrete with his bare hands, my guy. And this Bane right here is like 10 times stronger. Like, yeah, this dude will break metal with his hands. Don't test this dude. Plus, due to the training he was put through by Rejagul, he has shock absorption. My God, you don't want to test this. He's like a human Nomu. That's like the most terrifying thing you can face. Not just that, but it can think like a human, my guy. Not only that, but it studies your moves, my guy. It studies you. So, yeah. As, you know, they're about to throw them hands. Like, he was about, fine, if you want to. But I had no fault in this. But, you know, let's say the Nomu did not... I guess, why not? I guess Deku wasn't, you know, fully unscarred. So, you know, the Nobu did, you know, almost break his hand. Actually, it broke, like, some part of the hand. Like, from his elbow to his actual hand, it broke, like, the middle part of that. So, you know, he's, you know... It hurts, and, you know, that's when he's gonna get the cast. But due to, you know, him having, you know, both gloves, due to, you know, the original Bane costume, he won't have, you know, that cast just yet. So, yeah. But, you know, he'll get it in the future. So, you know, as Sue jumps in, you're like, hey, yeah, ribbit? So, no, you can't do that. No, you can't do that. Sorry, that thing wasn't human. And how we noticed is that it called it the Nomu, and not just that, but instead had it referencing, because, you know, Sue's also smart. So, you know, he's like, it had shock the villain said it had shock absorption and hyper regeneration. It was supposed to be as strong as you were, or stronger. Meaning that it was no longer human, or it was never human, depending. And not just that, if it was supposed to be on par with you, or supposed to be even stronger, that would mean that I'm pretty sure Deku would be able to beat you, All Might. From what I saw in that Nomu and Deku battle, yes, he may not have been fully scarred. Yes, he may have been scarred, but it was only a bone, and even still, Deku was still fighting with a broken bone on his arm, and he's a righty. So, yeah, Robert, sorry, All Might, but Robert, you're gonna have to take the L. So yeah, and so as the heroes are hearing this, like, not human. I see. So, you know, they would question Deku first. You know, after, you know, they'll still have him in custody. It's not until, you know, after they scanned the Nomu, they found out, like, it was human at one point, but the genetics and everything has fully been changed. The mind is no longer its own. It was, like, controlled and whatnot. They found all this other BS about the Nomu on how it's no longer human. So, yeah, they are forced to let Deku go. Also, that due to, you know, Class 1A practically, you know, being on their butts. Hey, yo, can y'all let our strongest, you know, student, also Aizawa, because I say, no, because Aizawa will get his butt whooped. But I guess Aizawa's, you know, he still got that, you know, good guy teacher vibes, you know. I couldn't beat the Nomu. So if I couldn't, I'm sorry, Alma, but you definitely couldn't. That thing had 2 quirks. You have only 1. If I couldn't beat it, definitely you could have either been on par or couldn't beat it. Or could have, but it would have taken you a lot longer. And knowing that, you know, he puts up a, you know, a 3. Meaning that, you know, time limit. So, you know, all might understand this, like, I see. And let's say, just for plot convenience, the Nomu in this timeline was stronger by at least by 20%. So, you know, All Might would have gone even farther, and, you know, if he did fight the Nomu, it would have, you know, made him into Skull Might form at the end of the fight. Yes, he would have won, but he would have, you know, been Skull Might. Either, like, right on the end of the fight when he was about to throw that punch, or a little bit before. Because it was a 20% stronger Nomu, so, you know. And you saw, it was on par with, you know, All Might, until, you know, All Might decided to go far and beyond. And also, due to, you know, things, so yeah. So, Asui has full respect for Deku. Not just that, but, I say Aizawa also did, because, as Sue also said that he didn't just defeat the Nomu, but he also went to check up on Aizawa, trying, let's say Deku in, his, I guess, original, costume on the top right corner. He has like a little, like, just a couple pouches, like, just normal wallet, like, pockets, and, like, at least, like, 2 on his shirt. So, let's say he had, like, medical supplies. He did patch up Aizawa to the best of his ability. So, he has, like, he's a good soldier, but he doesn't know everything, though. When it comes to, like, saving people, he's like, meh. Like, he got good strategies, but he can't do it himself due to certain reasons. Him either being too big, or him, his weight would, just cause something to happen. So, yeah. So, there are a lot of things he only knows the basic medical, like, stuff, the basic medical things, like, to disinfect a wound, cover it, stitch it. Besides that, those are, like, the basics. He doesn't know how, how to cure poisons or whatever, because, he's technically immune to poisons at this point. He hasn't gone to the Lazarus Pit, so, yeah. Just imagine if he did go to Lazarus Pit. Lazarus Pit, after reviving, it does, bring you back stronger. So, Deku without the Lazarus Pit? My God. Just imagine with the Lazarus Pit, this man will get, like, 2 times stronger, bro. I'd be like, bruh. You about to face a human tank. Like, not even that. You about to face a human army. Like, bro, don't do this to yourself. So, now, after analyzing the Nomu, they would let Deku go. As Deku was like, it's time for me to leave. So, he'd be like, bet. Because let's say they do have him, a type of, not straight jacket, but they have, like, good heavy duty handcuffs. He's like, I bet. He puts his hands in, like, kind of like a fist position, like about to do squats. And then, he's like, douche. Whoops. What was that? He'll continue and, how would you say? I think that was a miss. Whoops. Yeah, that was just okay, making sure I didn't turn off my PC real quick. So, anyways, he just takes off the duty handcuffs by pure strength alone. He was like, but, douche. He literally got up, because let's say he was chained to, like, a chair that was, bolted down, wielded to the floor. So, he got up, not just breaking the chair off, the wielded floor, but he also broke his restraints practically. He's like, okay, let's go then. All mine was like, hold up, yo, who child is this? Like, he looks around like, yo, who is his parents? Like, they just see, like, when they were testing it on me, I couldn't even get out of that. As I said, it is not a quirk. I'm trained this way by my master. As I was like, who's your master? That is a secret. Sorry. Maybe you can tell my father. Ask my father. Mother sadly died, but anyways, enough of that. This is mother. But besides that, my father would act, you can ask my father the questions. He knows more about this than I do. As no, at this point he will see Reijaku as a father. Not just as a father figure, but as a teacher and sensei. Now, can I go back to class now? As you know, class would be starting, but it'll be, I believe, I don't remember the teachers, like, who teaches what, but let's say it's, like, either Midnight's class or President Mike's class, so, Yeah! Yeah! President Mike! You know what? just for plot convenience, because I want to make this funny, I'll say it's Midnight's class. Why not? Da 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 Ballora. Da 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 Ballora. Okay, I need to stop. Markiplier memes. Ba-da-bub. Hey. Anyways. Yeah, he knocks on the door. Cause let's say he'll knock on the door before coming in, like knock knock, and he will slide the door, as Midnight just teaching is like, yes students, are you mid sentence she'd be like, yes, what you need? She would just look up. What you need? Huh. Wow. Hello there, who you? Well, I'm the teacher's assistant. So I'll be your assistant today. That's wonderful. How old are you? I'm 15. Wait, did I make him older? I don't remember. I believe he's like, what? Like 6? No, because he'd be 17, because I'm pretty sure he's normally 15 when it hits. Yeah, when he's 15, he'll be in the training, but after all that, it will hit a year and then 2 years. Wait, no, that'd be. No, because Deku's 17. They don't really give us a good time thing. Like, they don't tell us a date or nothing. So it's kind of like he's 17 in Google. So I mean, yeah, technically older than Bakugo somehow. Even how does a younger child bully? I'm not gonna ask. Anyway. Yeah. Anyways. Yeah. So he'll sit down. Because let's say he has his own desk. So he got his own chair. He puts his feet up. Because it's his desk. So if you had your own desk, I'm pretty sure you put your feet up as well. I'm like, this feels good. After being in this restraints, I feel a little bit uneasy. So you do your class. I see everyone's doing well. As he sees Mina paying attention, writing down notes. He sees everyone paying attention. So yeah. Let's say Nezu Nezu checking up on every class to see what's happening, how they feel about what happened, or saying if anything, I'll say he check up on 1A after actually, well, no, it'd be 2 weeks. Let's say this will be after the 2 weeks. So after, in those 2 weeks, flashbacks, there wouldn't really be much difference, because I'll say they would, it will take an entire 2 weeks to, analyze the Nomu. So right there, he'll be not in jail, but he'd be restrained by that chair. So he wouldn't take off his mask. So those 2 weeks he wouldn't eat. Because, they don't know why, but, he always keeps the mask on, like the second mask on. In the first, he has to permanently keep the first one on. At least not permanently, but, certain times, There we go. That will be better. I don't know, he relaxes, let's say he sees Hoopy slacking. I don't know. I'll say, why not? I'll say Mineta, Kaminari, and Cyril was slacking. He'll get up. He wouldn't, he's not going to be that rude teacher to, just smack his hand on the desk. No, he ain't like that. He's that chill. He's like, hey, yo. He's like, well, can you please pay attention? That's all I ask for you. The more you learn, the more people will start to like you as a hero. People like heroes with knowledge and smarts. Not just that, muscles, smarts, and knows how to plan. So if you can please pay attention, you three, it will be very well. It would be very helpful, make my job a lot more easier, as you will. As they're like, yes, sir. Because, they think Deku is, a cool dude. They don't see him as anything else. They'll think him as a cool dude, so yeah. Especially since he looks like he's aggressive as flip. He looked like he one of those aggressive people that just yell at you for no reason. But no, he pretty chill. When the other students, he's pretty chill. He hey, but so yeah, he pretty chill. Hold up, who texted me, bro? Yeah, silence. Bruh, after like 2 days, they finally text me. Get your... Bruh. What is this? Sorry. Hold on. Cool. I see. Cool. What type of car? Flip. What type? I really shouldn't be texting during a video. That take way too long. Sorry, everyone. Cool. Type of car. Cool. What type of car? There you go. I just got fixing my grandma car. Cool. What type of car? Anyways. I mean, I respect that. I mean, if you help your grandma, I mean, it is pretty good. Respect your elders. I miss my grandma. Anyways, besides that, we continue with the story. As what will happen? Oh. They have a person called. Why do I feel like there in there? Why do I feel like I've heard a role play of that name? Anyways, besides that. Heartwarming. Heartwarming. Message. There you go. Heartwarming message. Anyways, sure. Let me go back to the story. Where was I? Okay, yeah, he was mid-class, yeah. So, they like, Danky was like, I got you, bro. I got you. Because, they act, that they don't see him as a teacher, but they see him as, like, a friend that teaches them things. So, I got you, Bane. I got you, Mr. Bane. Please don't call me that. I'm just as old as you are. It'd be pretty weird to call me that. No, am I that old? Do I look that old? Because, I mean, Deku, I'll say, is bald due to the training. Not just that, but, he trained so hard that, if you don't know the saying, people give up their hair for power. So, yeah. That's practically what he did. And it'll make him a bit older than he looks. Okay. Stop! No, I need to stop looking at my phone. I need to stop doing this during videos. Anyways, yeah, they have like that connection. Like every dude will have like that good connection with Deku. Like Deku will be like not the favorite teacher, but the teacher that everyone can like respect as a friend, and like kind of like you got me, I got you type of way. So yeah. Not the favorite teacher, but I mean, most respected, I guess. Or not most respected, but just he gives off that I am that dude, like I am the man type of vibe. Cause of course you're gonna have your homeroom teacher. You're gonna respect your homeroom teacher the most. So, I mean, yeah, he'd like, yeah, like he just gives that vibe, like I am the man vibe. So yeah. Let's say, why not swimming pool? Because I'm pretty sure I always use, just skip in between. Just not to do anything in between, this and, heroes versus villains and whatnot. So, swimming pool. Why, wait, hold up. Did I do swimming pool already? No, I don't think I did. After use J, it'd be... Wait, did I do... Wait, hold up. Nah, because the villain versus heroes was before the USJ. So, yeah. This will be... Sports festival, yeah. This would be before the sports festival. Sorry, before the sports festival. Sorry, syllables. Sports festival. So yeah, they're in This will happen before the sports festival. They're in the pool. Like it's pool the time. That the pool scene. So yeah, changing some places and what happens. So they got the pool scene. Deku takes off his shirt, but he doesn't take off the mask. Like, yeah, he does take off, the back pipes of, his mask. So, he only keeps his mask on. He takes off the shirt. I guess, no. Because I feel like to cover as much of his body as he would, to hide his identity, he would, he only have, the tank top. So, yeah. He will keep the tank top on, but he will take out the medicine. So, he would have, he'll take off all his hero gear except for, the mask and pipes. That would be it. Which he was a heavy, like he was like, it wasn't like that much of a hero gear, but like it was weird. It was, he had a lot of stuff besides, the tank top. It just, I didn't really say anything about it. So he only has a tank top on, and besides shorts, or I guess bathing suit, and tank top, and the medicine that goes between the pipes. So he will still have that on. People will say, does it get hot in the mask? They're like, oh no, it's self-isolation. I see. Self-isolation is when it adapts to the heat. Meaning that all I have to do is just press certain buttons on the back of my head to fix the temperature. So, he practically, he can either heat up his head or, cool his head down. So, yeah. And, he just, he's relaxing, he just, relaxing. Until, Aizawa was like, hey, yo, get up. We doing a test. We doing a swim test. Bane was like, not to be rude, sir, but, I don't know if you've seen how heavy I look, but, I mean, yeah, I am a fast swimmer, but, like, I'm pretty sure you've seen how big I am. That I'm pretty sure the water level of the entire pool is just gonna increase by a total inch. So, like, as I was like, I don't care. I don't care. Doesn't matter. This is the only test I'm giving you today. You all still have to be prepared. As that's when Denki and Mineta, would, after, thinking about, all the girls in bikinis and whatnot, that will happen, they get out and, just see everything. Because let's say Deku would be, like, the 5th one out. So, yeah. Hold up, why are my sandals stuck up? No, my sandals, I need to put on my sandals. There we go. Come on. Yeah. So, yeah. And he'll be like, fine. I do have to listen to you. I am just your helper, so sure. So, he helps out Aizawa by, getting everyone in their stations as, Ida, Bakugo, and, everyone else. As, Deku would try his best to, like, find a way to win this. Because, he don't want to look, weak in front of it. Like, he don't like looking weak in general. So, he's like, I got the best way. So, what he does is that he holds onto the wall, right? So, as soon as the race starts, everyone just hears, the entire, there's a ripple in the water from, Bane's position. He pushes his feet off the wall, zooming, like, grabbing onto, the line of the pool and just, whoa! Like, not just climbing, but also, like, to propel himself even farther, like a slingshot. Whoa! Yeah, he's zooming, as Ida and him are, like, on par, until Deku was like, he gets serious. He's like, douche, douche, douche. He becomes, like, a flippin' motorboat himself. But, not a motorboat, but, he, like, his force that he can throw is a lot better than, Ida's speed, so, Bane wins, of course, or Deku wins. As it starts to rain a little bit, so, they gotta go inside. And now it's gonna be the sports festival. So what's about to happen is that, if you don't know, if you haven't seen what happened to Bakugo in the first Or was no, it was the second one. The second video of this. Or was it first? I don't know what title this is, but just look down in the past Bane video. You'll see that this man literally bodied Bakugo, breaking bones. Like, he broke certain points of his back. So, you know, recovery goal, he had to be like a month or two, like just like a month on like a certain type of, I guess, stand. Yeah, he'd be on the stand, to, you know, readjust his back, to, you know, fix it. So what would happen is, flip. I got text quick, bro. I like messing with them. That's pretty funny. Anyways, what would happen now is that everything will go on the same, because I don't feel like anything will go any different. Besides, maybe in between meetings with, you know, while Deku's not, you know, in the sports festival sitting down, or, you know what, he would, but he'll be talking. He'll also be talking to Reja Ghul and his daughter. So, what have you collected so far?
Well, each of the quirks are unique, but I have heard one from Class 1B, a person who can copy quirks by touching them. That will be interesting. Also, maybe or maybe not be wondering, but anyways, besides that, no one is as strong as I am. Yes, on par, but not as strong. Except for All Might. Because I do feel like All Might was holding back due to students being there. But the only thing I have above All Might is that All Might does not want killing, and as long as All Might does not want to kill, I'll be fine. So yes.
As you know, they talk, and you know, he would be facing the fight, but talking to, you know, Reja Ghul, because, you know, Aizawa will keep an eye on him, so, you know, still a little bit suspicious about him, but, you know, yeah, he won't notice him talking to Reja Ghul, because, you know, let's say Reja Ghul does have a disguise on, so yeah, and, you know, Reja Ghul's daughter, so yeah, they talking and whatnot.
So, I have heard there's a figure going around town. There's a figure going around town called Red Hood. There's a figure going around town. They call him the Red Hood. I don't know what he looks like, no one does. But I have heard rumors that he is very cruel when it comes to fighting, breaking bones and all. Almost to death, but not. Oh, in fact, what's the other way around? Death and the little sea. Well, the most last thing he's done to a human is just broken bones, crippling them. That is the least you get from him. Anything higher will be death. Anything lower will be crippling. That's all I heard. Same here. This red-haired figure, I feel like I've met him before. I don't know when, but I feel like I met him before. Maybe on the disguise or somewhat.
He may be useful for the League of Assassins, though. His skills are somewhat compared to yours, but more tactical in a sort of sense.
A student of yours, a past student maybe?
No. It looks like he was trained by the military from how he moves. Not as unique as us League of Assassins. So no. But he is very tactical, which is worrying me. As you know, as they're talking about him, the red hooded figure is, you know, watching from above. Meaning that, you know, he's on the tall building watching everything from a sniper. Because, you know, he ain't planning to kill anyone, but, you know, he's just watching. And who is this red figure I keep on mentioning in my videos? Haha. If you've seen what if Deku had a blood mist quirk, you should know that I also did a little Easter egg on the end if y'all wanted to finish the video. I said a mask after, the planet was consumed. There was a mask only, but turning into a soul. And that is all I'm giving you. Or that's probably a recap on what happened and what if Deku was mist and blood mist quirk. So yeah. What am I doing to the mask? Or, so-called Red Hood? There would be more of a reboot to him. Because not really like a reboot, because I mean it's a blood mist quirk, but it would be more of a Red Hood instead of, having a quirk. So yeah. Besides that, I'm not telling you anything other than them. Since he technically does and doesn't count as a Deku. Technically. So yeah. Anyways, besides that, I'll tell you all that when I make the what if. The what if is almost coming out. And how is this possible? 2 Dekus and what if? How is this possible? Well, that is also in the future what if. As you know, everyone calls up Bane. Bane. As you know, Midnight calls out Bane. Bane. Your turn. Bane versus Todoroki. As you know, Todoroki already knows what's coming, but he still got that I hate my father type of way. So what's gonna happen is that he about to whoop Todoroki. He about to beat the lesson into him. Your quirk is your own. You do not have your father's quirk. Your quirk is your own quirk. Your fire is your own fire. It is your own quirk. Does your father control your fire? No. It is your own quirk. So after that, it's a one-sided fight. So he just bullies him, Todoroki, just not crippling him, but just bodying him, beating the your quirk is your own into him. So Deku don't talk. He don't do that talking no jutsu. Even though he does, he is possible of talking it, but nah. He has something called beat the jutsu inside of you. Beat the jutsu in you. Meaning that he will beat your ass until you understand. Beat that jutsu. That's what I'm going to call it. Oh, trust me, there's only one other, or a couple others that know this jutsu, which is the Red Hood, and I believe a couple others. Let me think. As you know, there would also be another rumor that there is a person with a fire skull. A person with a fire skull that's been seen around town killing villains as well. Killing them. And leaving their eyes, how would you say, black? Leaving them with a black eyes. Literally. From the penance stare, so they won't know it's penance stare, but it's the penance stare. Leaving the soul with no souls practically, killing the people. They call him the Ghost Rider. As they talk because let's say after beating Todoroki's ass, they talk. I believe they called him the Ghost Rider, right? Oh yes, I have heard of this Ghost Rider and Red Hood. But I don't know what they want, nor where their origins are. As both are from another universe, and at least which universe they both they both landed on. How is the Red Hood landed on this Earth? Well, that'll be in the next video. As you know, what would happen is that. Actually, technically the next video, no, the video after the next video. Because I do got to do, what if Deku had a will that can surpass death, practically. Yeah, that'd be the next one coming out. Part 3 or part 4? I can't remember. All these parts are getting so complicated. I wonder what happened. So there would be, how would you say... So yeah, Deku, as soon as he sees Bakugo, it starts to storm. For plot convenience, let's just say every time Bane gets serious in the story, it just starts to storm. Why? Because plot, and because I am in these stories, I'm God, and I can do whatever I want. Also because it looks cool. Will it get old? Probably. When will it? After this What If ends, which is probably in like 2 to 3, 4 fights. I don't know how much longer I'm gonna have this video on. But anyways, yeah, my what ifs don't really, the first what ifs I'm making will go out, but they will have connections between other what ifs due to, I'll call it the Deku crisis. If you know, I'm practically making, the MCU, Justice League, Dark Side battle, the future, and the time thing, how Barry reverse time and whatnot. Anyways, in the comics not in the MCU, sorry, in the comics, you reverse time and whatnot, which is what Barry does. So yeah, or the Flash does. And kind of like that, like kind of how they fought Darkseid, but it's mixed in with the Flash crisis. And after that, it's also mixed in with the Terminate, I guess. Terminate power from Dragon Ball Z. So yeah. Also kind of like a Mortal Kombat if you think about it. But anyways, that's not where I will end. Just a little explanation, just so. Yeah. Anyways, I may come out with What If Deku Can Surpass Death at 10 o'clock, maybe. Depending on, your time zones. But anyways. Yeah. It'll be coming out in like 3 hours. Why? Because I'm probably going to be drained after this. Anyways, yeah. Deku, Storm pops up. People are, starting to shut down the, not shut down the entire thing, but they're closing the things. And, put up lights, closing the windows, and put up lights. As before they can close the metal curtains above the what was it called? Sports Festival. There's a certain person who slips past. And let's just say for plot convenience, both of them know where they are. And this will be, one of them will be from planet 45, I mean not 45, 49, and the other one will be from Earth 68. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, they're from different Earths. Like the Flash, yeah. Anyways, yeah. They're both watching, and now they're both inside, or technically 3 of them. Because there's Bane himself, Red Hood, and, if you don't know, Carnage Rider's also there watching. Because, they are connected, so, they feel when, another Izuku is near. For flipping plot convenience, they feel when another Izuku Midori is near, so, they're near. They're watching. Carnage Rider isn't in, his Carnage Rider form. He's in his human form. Just his look has changed. And yeah. Deku, or, Bane also feels this like, what is this feeling? I feel like some familiarities are near me. A sense of familiarity in the air. So yeah. As Bakugo fight, if you don't know, this man, he don't play with Bakugo, since Bakugo has tried to attack him while he was asleep. Since, he didn't have really anything to guide people on, to pay attention and whatnot. So, he was sleeping. Nezu did give him permission to sleep, like Aizawa does. So, he is mad at Bakugo. He's like, Bakugo, I will give you one chance and one chance alone. The only reason I'm giving you a chance at all is because I am your teacher, or technically second teacher. I held responsible for whatever happens to you. But if you continue this fight, I will not have any responsibility on what happens to you in a couple seconds. You will pick your own fate, Bakugo. I can end you up crippled with one punch, or you can walk off the stage and I will not say anything. You think, as you know, midway, like, Bakugo's already midway. So you know, Bane's like,
Oh, I guess you tried crippled. Sorry, student, for this. I do care for you as the same light, but if you act like this, Bakugo, I will have to force you down.
as you know, he just opens up his, you know, arms in a T-pose. As you know, Bakugo's like, "Ha, you loser!" Ha! As you know, he goes for the face. As soon as this man goes for the mask, he was like, this man was like, sidestep. Ichiko during, you know, Ichiko and, you know, Aizen battle, grabbed Bakugo's face and just, boosh, knocks him out. Like, just indenting, like, just making a big crater, you know. Bakugo's entire head is in the ground. As you know, Bane wins with a brutal end. As you know, Cementos and, you know, a couple other heroes gotta, you know, help Bakugo out of the concrete. He's not dead, but, you know, he is knocked the flip out, my guy. So, yeah. Also, while Bakugo, Bakugo knocked out. Deku, he's, you know, not sitting, but, you know, walking off to get ready, because, you know, he do got stuff to do besides, you know, the flipping be the second teacher. He do got other jobs, so yeah.
Well, this will take a while.
So, you know, he, you know, sits down in, you know, the gym, the room, what's it called? I can't remember. The gym rooms. So, you know, he was like, cracking my back. As you know, he senses two people.
You can stop hiding now. I know you're watching me. Now come out from the shadows, 'cause you do not control the shadows. The shadows belong to me.
As you know, Red Hood and, you know, Carnage Rider Deku pops out the shadows, and that's where I'm gonna end this video. This video has been way too long for my liking. Hopefully it uploads. Remember, I always come back. And that is the Easter egg for the next part. So what was happening now? Remember, subscribe, leave a comment, and leave a like on the video. And I'll see you all in the next video. So much time.
So many souls in one place. So little time.
I always give hints.